Hey everybody, Pass Plates PVTV. To tip or not to tip? A tip is a temporary import permit. A temporary import permit is available for tourists, people looking at the FMM, or temporary residents. The tip is for 180 days. If you come in as a temporary resident and you have the sticker from the embassy, you only get it for 30 days. And then within that 30 days, you need to go ahead and get your temporary residency card, go to your local international airport, submit the extension for the tip there with Aduana if your international airport knows how, or you can look at our other YouTube videos and see how you can submit directly to Mexico City. The issue is, for example, here in Puerto Vallarta, they'll stamp your tip extension to extend it from the 30 days to have it match the expiration date of, let's say, for example, your 1-year temporary residency card. The issue is, and here in Puerto Vallarta, I don't know why they say they go, come back every 6 months. Well, within 6 months, you're back in the States or Canada. Anyways, so it should be extended. They stamp it, they submit to Mexico City. Mexico City should update it. The issue is Mexico City might take 4 months, 10 months. This is what we're hearing. 4 months, 10 months for Mexico City to update the information to have your tip extended in the system to match your temporary residency date. And then when you get the 3-year, you got to do that again. So this is an issue because Mexico City doesn't normally necessarily always process it, or maybe Puerto Vallarta or your local Aduana office loses it. I don't know. The issue is with these tips is that when it goes after that date, after that 30 days, right, and it has been updated in the system, you've lost your deposit. Now, maybe, possibly, if it's extended after that date, it gets reinstated. But we're hearing from the people that say, hey, Pat, I submitted my tip extension. I drove out. I canceled my tip. It was after the 30 days or after the, whatever the tip extension expiration date was. And I didn't get my refund. And I explained to them, I go, it's because Mexico City probably hasn't processed it yet. Or people are getting emails from Mexico City saying, we see that you wanted to extend your tip. However, you already canceled your tip because they left the country, they drove out. And so we can't extend it. But because this extension happened after they drove out, the tip was expired and they lost their $400 deposit. So that's what I'm saying, to tip or not to tip. If you're a tourist in and out, you're going to be in and out in the 6 months, yeah, go ahead and get the tip. I honestly think you should pay cash. It's easier to go ahead and they give you cash back, right? People go, oh, if you take cash, then, if you get stopped, they are going to know that you have cash. You tell them, I just brought cash for some tolls and here for the tip. That's it. Right? So forget about that paranoia. My recommendation is, and I'm a little biased because we do assist and guidance with legalizations and importations of vehicles. We do make money that way. But the reason I'm suggesting looking at legalizer importing before you come to Mexico, before, as soon as possible, you think, I think I want to move to Mexico, I'll bring my car, get a hold of me and find out what options that you have. Because the issue is I have so many people that come down, right? They drive their vehicle down and maybe they're going to overstay their temporary import permit. They're going to overstay their FMM so that they can apply for the regularization temporary residency where, they don't have to show financials. But now their tip's expired. So now they're driving a vehicle with an expired tip. Issue with that, it's technically here illegally. There's a gray area where we can drive it, but the insurance companies may not cover complete loss or theft if you have an expired tip. They can use that as a reason not to. So not good for newer vehicles. The other issue is, for example, I got people bringing down Toyota 4Runners, Toyota pickups, and they go, I came down and they have a valid tip or they are overstaying their tip to get their legal residency. The issue for them is that they brought the car in, they go, I want Mexican plates. You can't get it. If you come in after a certain date, after October 18th, 2021, you're blocked from the legalization program. So we can't help you legalize your vehicle. We got to start that process before you enter Mexico, right? That's just the way it is. So I know this is a lot of confusion, a lot of questions for you. Shoot me a message. That's what I spend all my time doing, answering message from so many of you. Um, but yeah, like I said, to tip or not to tip. If you're a tourist and you're going in and out and you know that's solid, but if you think you're going to want to keep the vehicle down here, legalize it, import it, because I mean, think about this. I've got these people that they've driven down, their tips expired, they're getting pulled over in certain areas, not all. In certain areas, they get pulled over more because they have foreign plates, and they're getting harassed. And I said, technically, they can't take your vehicle for having an expired tip, but they can harass you. Um, but their issue is it's a Japanese pickup, so it can't be imported. It could have only been legalized prior to coming to Mexico, basically. So they're out of luck. What are they going to do? They're going to have their tip. They're going to have their temporary residency. At the end of temporary residency, they got to drive it out or drive it illegally. It's not fun. It's not fun to be worked over by the authorities here for stuff that local authorities, state authorities, municipal authorities, they don't have the right to bother you about a tip because that's a federal level thing, right? Doesn't stop them. Some of them doesn't stop some of them. So, just if you think you're gonna bring the car down, it's highly recommended to legalize it. And some people they go, oh, I have a 2006 Jeep Liberty. I'm like, great, yeah, it's gonna be this cost. And they go, it's only worth $3,000. I'll just see you wait until the authorities take it. The issue with that is one, I mean, if you've got your own vehicle down here, you probably have taken good care of it. You're not going to find a comparable vehicle down here for the same money. It's going to cost you a lot more. Or if you find the same vehicle, it's not going to be nearly as good a condition. So that's why it's better to import or legalize. The other thing with the legalization program right now, it has been extended until through December, and hopefully they'll go into the next year. I had somebody go, well, I'm thinking about it. I think I'll wait until, now they know that it's going to be until December. Because it's on paper until December doesn't mean it's there. I mean, this last year, oh my God, I think it was the end of last year, 2023, they shut down the legalization system for like a month and a half. And it was open for the beginning of January for, I want to say, like 2 weeks. And then they decided that they wanted to change the federal stickers from blue to purple. And by doing so, they had the legalization program and all of the stickers that are for all the vehicles here in Mexico shut down for 4 months because they had to generate new purple stickers, and then they had to have new machines that could program the new stickers. So, people are going crazy because I had people that wanted to be able to come down in, February, March, and, fall of our own. They just simply couldn't finalize the process of their vehicle for legalization importation because they hadn't made enough stickers. All right. Lots of questions, lots of information. Contact us directly before you come to Mexico. And if you have a 2018 or older NAFTA, German, Japanese, Korean manufactured vehicle, get a hold of us. Those are vehicles right now that can be brought in with legalization for a fraction of the regular cost. All right. Reach out. Thank you. Take care. Thanks for watching Pathplay.